Al Subha, everyone. Here this side Aaftab Heather, and you are watching Aaftab Speaks. Kindly like, subscribe, and share my channel with all of your friends and dearest and nearest ones so that I could bring you more good videos. Okay, now let's start. The Aaftab Speaks presents you today the comparison and a brief analyzing of Saudi Arabia's constitution. Yes, absolutely right. Saudi Arabia's constitution. But before that, let me tell you, do you know is there any written constitution in Saudi Arabia or not? Let's think while I'm going to count up to 12. However, your 12 seconds finish now. And now let's start. This video is brought to you by Ikra Infotech, which is the sponsor of this video, and the shooting credit goes to the team Aaftab Speaks. Now we are going to talk about Saudi Arabia's constitution. For understanding the Saudi Arabia constitution, its nature and nature of Saudi's state, we need to go 200 years back in the history. Why 200 years back in the history? Once this area was exactly the area of Saudi Arabia is known, once it was known as the area of Al-Hizaz, the Al-Hizaz region. Okay, what was the Al-Hizaz or Hizaz? Exactly, it was a province of the Sultanate Osmania, means the Ottoman Empire. When there was Ottoman Empire, before declining of the Ottoman Empire, Saudi Arabia was the part of the Ottoman Empire, and this entire province, this entire area was known as Hizaz. Hizaz, a term was used for the Saudi Arabia. Now let me tell you, after the fall of the Roman Empire, Saudi Arabia, along with other Arab nations, got free from the Sultanate Osmania and you can say that the Ottoman Empire. Even after that, the Saudi Arabia could not select the part of the democracy. Even the democracy was not introduced over there at that time. Then the Saudi Arabia adopted the monarchy system by the House of Al Saud. The House of Al Saud is still ruling the Saudi Arabia now. After the fall of the Roman Empire, the House of Al Saud started ruling the Saudi Arabia. Until now, the very same dynasty is ruling the Saudi Arabia. When it comes about the constitution, you must be clear about one point. Wheresoever there is a monarchy in this world, either having no constitution or no written constitution, either having no constitution or no written constitution. In the analyzing in the series of constitution, we are bringing you the Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia, even though no having the written constitution, even after that Saudi Arabia concerns that the Quran Sharif, the holy book of Muslims, which was revealed on the Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, is the constitution of Saudi Arabia. For just maintaining the rules and regulation of the uh, Kalimullah, that is Quran Sharif, the Saudi Arabia is having one of the parliament. When there is no democracy, because no constitution, no democracy. No democracy means no parliament. But even after having the monarchy, the Saudi Arabia is having one of the house where all the leaders sit together and they will discuss very genuine topic related to the nation. That council is known as the Shura Council. The Saudi Arabia is having one of the parliament that is known as the Surah Council. Exactly, that is not the parliament, but it is having a nature like that where the people who sit together and they do discuss over the very colossal topics of the nation. Such as in India, we are having one of the parliament which is known as the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, where all the Indian leaders are sitting together and discussing over the topic in the favor of the nation. The very same is going in the Saudi Arabia, but because there is no democracy, there is a monarchy, so there is not any elected parliament. Exactly, the people those are sitting in the Shura Council, okay, they are coming from the royal family of Al Saud, which is exactly a house or dynasty till now ruling the Saudi Arabia. The Shura Council maintains the rule and regulations of the Quran and tell to the people to follow the very same. And in one of the interview, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, short known as MBS, mentioned that there is no doubt about it that the Quran Sharif and the Hadith of Prophet Muhammad and Sunnah are the constitutions for the Saudi Arabia. Means the law of the Saudi Arabia is coming from the Quran, Hadith, and the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad, and taking the lifestyle of the Prophet Muhammad as the high standard and one of the ideal living standardization, and that is even expected from the all citizens to perform the very same. Now let me tell you which kind. If there is no any written constitution, first let me clear you that there is no any written constitution in Saudi Arabia. They do concern, they do consider Quran and Hadith. Hadith is what exact, you can say these are the articles about Prophet Muhammad lives which was penned down by the other writers. Okay, so whenever it comes about Quran, Hadith, and the Sunnah, a lifestyle of Prophet Muhammad, whatsoever he performed, okay, the Muslims are considered the lifestyle as a Sunnah. So that is exactly the that is considered as a rule and regulation of the Saudi Arabia, which is coming together and being known as the Sharia. You must have heard this word Sharia. That Saudi Arabia is having a law Sharia, that is one of the very strict law, either having no written constitution. Even after that, the rule, regulation, and maintenance of the state of the Saudi Arabia is very much strict, and that is coming the laws, the main source of laws and the are the Sharia. Then second thing, when there is no monarchy, or sorry, when there is no democracy, when there is no election process, then the leaders are coming from the royal family, and it is completely prohibited in Saudi Arabia to oppose any of the member of the house of Al Saud or any royal family. The members from the royal family would be only coming in the manpower and would be securing the post for the prime minister, for the minister of defense, okay, which is known as Wizarat Uzma, and minister of defense, which is known as Wazir Difa, minister of finance, which is known as Wazir Khazana, and minister of external affairs, which is known as Wazir Kharza. Kharza is a word which is driven from the Arabic dictionary, which means the external affairs. In Hindi code of reference, you can say that Videshi Mamle, that is known in Arabic Kharza, means Bahari. Okay, so like that, they are just going to follow these things. Now let me tell you, when there is no any recent constitution, so no any kind of the particular nature of the Saudi state, but the Saudi state is a complete monarchy based state which is having no constitution, and whatsoever the thing, whatsoever the process is being brought by the Al Saud family, that is considered as the law. The nation with no written constitution was Saudi Arabia, even maintaining the law and governance very good and on a high scale. There is very low crime rate in Saudi Arabia, and even the punishment is much different from the other part of the world. That's why people are even not favoring to commit any kind of the mistakes over there. Now this was all about the Saudi Arabia. Either the main purpose was to inform you that there is no written constitution and the nation is being led by the House of Al Saud, and the laws are coming from Sharia. Thank you. Bye bye. Love you all.